Amazing.
Welcome to FootballGamePlan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you an NFL Week 3 preview between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Let's look at Tampa's offense in this game, and right off the bat, when they attack a 3-4 defense, you want to look at where are our opportunities. I think they can attack the flats and also the seams versus this Cowboy defense. The Bucs do have some outstanding playmakers. They have guys that are physical, that can make one miss and get yards after the catch. Get the football in the hands quickly of those playmakers. And also you have two tight ends that can attack the seams. That also widens out that 3-4 defense. And Josh Freeman has to be able to put pressure on the defense with his legs. No, he's not Cam Newton or Robert Griffin III or Michael Vick, but he is a guy like Ben Roethlisberger, a big body guy that's hard to bring down, attack the edges, put some pressure on the defense. And the Bucs can't cripple their own offense. They have weapons. Don't be afraid to use them. You have talented wide receivers. Don't be afraid to throw a little bit to maximize your opportunities versus Dallas. Now, defensively, I look at where they can keep Romo boxed in. It's all on the defensive ends playing contained. You got to keep that guy boxed in. Have him hop around tackle to tackle, but don't let him outside and cause damage for your defense. And don't give up the edge in a running game. If you allow guys like DeMarco Murray and Felix Jones to get the edge, that's a loss for your defense. You can't allow the edge in a running game. And the secondary did some good last week, but they also did some ugly. They have to make sure they communicate and play with proper technique. If they can do that, I have full confidence in the Bucs secondary and making plays on the ball. X factor in this ball game, you look at what the Bucs can do. The offensive tackles will be vital versus the edge rushers of the Dallas Cowboys. So those tackles have to come in and play with some great command of the offensive line. Now you look at the offensive side of football for Dallas. Creative misdirection plays in the running game can help Dallas out. I'm talking about creative ways to get those guys like Murray and Felix Jones to the outside, whether it be counter toss plays, the counter play itself, traps. Different ways to create misdirection for that running game can help those guys out. And you want to spread out the Buccaneers, both on offense, both in the running game and in the passing game. Widen it out, take advantage of the individual matchups, and I think the Cowboys can have a chance to play some good football in Romo versus the secondary of the Buccaneers. You got to avoid the temptation to try to take shots deep down the field. Take what the defense gives you, but also take advantage of the opportunities, like getting the football to Witten very early and often. Now, defensively, you want to force Josh Freeman to make those quick decisions. If you force the football out of his hands quickly, the Cowboys can rally up and make tackles. So you got to force him to get rid of that football quickly, and don't hesitate to send a safety. That's how you influence Freeman to get rid of that football quickly. That's how you jumpstart that defense and get turnovers. And also, Morgan Claiborne versus Vincent Jackson. I think that's the size matchup that they're going to have to go with. I think Claiborne, with those long arms, can get his hands on Vincent Jackson and cause some disruption. X factor in this game has to be the fullback Lawrence Vickers. Has to do a great job of creating that extra advantage for the running game. Now let's look at the personnel breakdown to see where the liabilities and advantages lie from both teams on the position side of the football. I think they're even offensive skill positions, man. I really do. I really think they have what they need to be successful. Tampa has some questions right now with the offensive line. With the tight end position, as opposed to Dallas. They're equal on the O-line. Some questions, some strengths. I look at the linebacking core. I think they're even. They're different styles, but they both are effective, as well as the secondary. So when you look at this team, I think it's evenly matched. Honestly, top to bottom. It's going to come down to which team will avoid the big mistake. And right now, I think Tampa's secondary, although talented, will give up that big play. So I'm going with Dallas to win this ball game. I like the explosiveness out of the running game and the big play potential out of the passing game. I know Tampa had big plays last week, but this is a different defense, a different secondary. I like the matchups for the Cowboys to win this game at home.